welcome everyone. My name is Jane Quigley. I am the principal of Dr. Crisp Elementary School. So proud to stand here for one of the many reasons we have to celebrate. And boys and girls, this is all about you. It's all about you and your parents and your teachers. And it all started many years ago when we had a wonderful principal here, Mrs. Susi, if you would stand. Mrs. Susi is now principal over at Nashua High South. And she was doing what I'm doing right now, and she helped Mrs. Ibadete. Round of applause for our wonderful nurse, Mrs. Ibadete. And she helped us, as Mrs. Ibadete continues to do, and we all learn from one another how to be healthy. And you know what? We are helping other people be healthy because of the decisions that we're making. Isn't that awesome? You're all teachers. Isn't that incredible? You're doing it. That's right. I know. It's surprising. I know. Well, we have some wonderful people to introduce to you today. So thank you very much for being the best audience you can be. As I can see, you're being respectful, responsible, and safe learners, and we appreciate that. Are you ready to meet some great people and to celebrate? Yeah. Okay. Well, now I have to get formal for all of you wonderful guests, and we thank you so much for coming. We would like to actually take some time, though, to be very serious and let you know that the education that we give here is definitely on the academics, but it's on the whole child. It's on healthy living. It's really being the best person and people that we can be and the best community that we can be within the four walls and also around the city. So thank you all so very much for all of your contributions and your support as we continue to develop ourselves and our community as well-rounded individuals and citizens. So today, at this point in time, we would like to recognize some very special guests. As you can see on the side here, we have some people that may appear to be strangers to you, but they're not strangers to the adults here. And we want to make sure that you know who they are, and they're here to celebrate with all of you. Would you like to meet them? Yeah. Okay, well, I would like to introduce them to you. From the USDA, that's big federal that takes care of all of the food and the well-being of everything that we do, the whole government. So this is big stuff, folks. This reward that we're receiving today is not something little that we do within our school, which is still important, but it just goes to show, remember I told you were teachers for a lot of other people? Well, this went across the state of New Hampshire and even beyond, that we're helping people learn to eat healthy and to be healthy. So we would like to just introduce, if we may, James Arena DeRosa and Penny Weaver from the USDA. If we could just round of applause. Thank you so much. They will be here to present the awards to us. We also have from the Department of Education. Now there are a lot of bosses, and I'm a boss of a little boss, and then another boss, and we meet all these bosses. Well, guess what? From the Department of Education, we have Ed Murdo, and he is here representing the big boss that helps us be the best teachers we can be to make you the best learners you can be. So a nice welcome for Ed Murdo. So talking about bosses, well, I have a wonderful boss, as Ms. Franco has a wonderful boss, and that is our superintendent, and Mr. Mark Conrad is our boss as superintendent of the Nashua School Department. We also have other members in the big office that work with Superintendent Conrad that helps support all the decisions that we make here in our school, because they're kind of like the big parents, and then we're the middle parents while you're here at school. So we would like to introduce Daniel Donovan as Chief Operating Officer. And Mrs. Stacy Hines, Director of Grants and Community Development, which is a big part of what we do here today, Mrs. Hines. I want you all to think of a spider web, if you could. Could you close your eyes and just think of a spider web? And you can see a lot of corners to those webs, can't you? And as the little lines connect to those corners, it makes a beautiful picture, doesn't it? Well, in order to make that spider web happen, you need to have a lot of patience and a lot of people connecting those webs for us. So open your eyes, and I want you to notice that we have some people from the city of Nashua. They're the aldermen. Again, it's another little line or another little corner to that web that if without their help, we couldn't do everything that we do here in our school. So we have 3 wonderful aldermen here to celebrate our award today, and that's Miss June Karen, Barbara Presley, and Lori Wilshire. What is the name of our school? Well, you know what? Dr. Norman W. Crisp was a real person. Yeah, he was. And I know we've talked about that before, but he was a real person, and he has a family, and he was a doctor, and he has many members of his family who have done wonderful things to support our school. We actually had a 25th birthday party here when I first started here. Can you imagine that? The school was 25 years old. Well, we have a very special person here. We have a member of Dr. Crisp's family. And we would like to have Miss Colette Crisp stand, if she would, to recognize her. Thank you so much. Well, Colette is here because she is so proud of everything that we're doing, because remember, Dr. Norman W. Crisp is the name that goes with her family. Remember when we say when you leave the school, you go on a field trip, or you're in your community and you're in the neighborhood, and we always say, people know you're from Dr. Norman W. Crisp, so you have to make sure that that reputation is a good one? Well, that's exactly why, because we're connected in that web to a lot of people who are very proud of this school and all that we do here. So we want to say a very special thank you to Miss Colette Crisp, because if it wasn't for her family, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't have this school. So another nice round of applause for the Crisp family. Miss Terry Johnson is here. She is the chairperson of HEAL New Hampshire, which is exactly what we're here to celebrate for our award. So if we could give her a nice round of applause. My apologies. Okay, you know what? I always make a mistake at every assembly, so now I've gotten it out of the way. My apologies for coming in late on the ship here. Okay, and of course, a huge round of applause for Mrs. Robin Abadile. Woo! Take a look to your left. Take a look to your right. See all those adults? Look behind you. See all those adults around you? We need to give them a nice round of applause, because with their healthy teaching, all set, turn, look at me. Now take a look. Oh, you've done such a nice job. But I also want you to look at the people who are sitting right next to you. Do you see those people? Your friends and your peers in the school? Yeah? Okay. Can you do me a favor, please? Can you say a very quiet thank you for the decisions that they make to keep us healthy? Very nice. All right, are we ready? Because we have some guest speakers coming up. Do we stretch a little bit? Just kind of tighten and loosen. Tighten and loosen. Deep breath. Hands and feet where they need to be. Yes. Smiles, because that's what keeps me going. Okay, we're ready. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. James Arena DeRocha to come up and to present us with the Silver Award. Please come on up if you would.
Okay, no, just checking. want to make sure we're on the same page. Well, thank you very much. I'm just delighted to be here. And we're here to celebrate the work of everybody in this community, because to achieve this silver award really takes a lot of effort. And you kids are so fortunate because you have so many people in this community that care about you. Not only your teacher and your principal, your assistant principal, the people in phys ed and wellness, but also the people who help run the community. It's great to have the superintendent of schools here, Mr. Conrad, because when we at USDA think about your education, as was mentioned by your principal, we think about the whole child. And certainly the academics are important for all of us, but also your health and well-being is going to affect you for the rest of your lives, and it's really important. So I just have a few brief remarks, and then we can get on with the presentations and the banner here as well. But I want you to all know that you join a very small group of schools around the country. Only 2% of the schools in the country have gotten this award. That's 2 out of 100. That's not very many. And not only that, you got silver, and there's only a couple silver and gold in all of New England. I represent the Northeast, which is New England plus New York. Now, there's a couple things that we think are really important for kids to eat, and I'm going to give you a chance to say this rather than me. What are 2 or 3 things that we at USDA emphasize that kids should eat? Right there. Oh, they raise hands here. Very good. They don't just yell out. Go ahead. Right there in the pink. Yeah, you. Okay, grapes. What's more general? What is grape? Grapes are what?
Healthy food.
Healthy foods. Very good. Right there. Go ahead. You, yeah. Right there. Yes, you. Name something that's healthy that we eat. Carrots. All right, good. So you guys hit on 2 really important things. You talked about fruits, right? Grapes are fruits, and you talked about carrots, which are vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are really important for your health. There's one more thing that might be interesting to know, if somebody knows it here. Right there, you in the, yeah, you in the, yes. I don't know the names, but go ahead. What is it? Your name's okay, great. And what's the other thing? Cucumbers. That's also a vegetable. Very good. We grow those in our house. You know what? We need to move along. So I'm going to tell you all what the last thing is. It's whole grains, which I'm sure you hear about. So more fruits, more vegetables, more whole grains. I'm sure you're hearing that in wellness. And if you are going to have dairy, low-fat dairy is important as well. And we always want to emphasize that message. I certainly want to thank your food service director, Jeanette Kimball, and the members of the Wellness Committee. And we're going to have some of them come up for individual certificates in a moment. Robin Abadili, Mitchell Walper, Lisa Jacaski, Awalda Muniz, Colleen Derderian. And also your PE teacher, John Coughlin, as well as the entire food service staff. Maybe we'll give them a general... I want to just mention, why is this so important for all of us? You know, you're going to hear a lot in your next several years about how do we have an important future for our country. Your health is important to the future of this country. You may hear people talk about obesity, people eating too much. That's going to impact health costs in this nation for generations to come. So if you're healthy, it's going to be good for you, good for the community, good for everybody. We can talk at length about this award and why it's important. We just think it's really important that the children in this nation eat healthy. We are doing all we can. The Obama administration is doing all it can to make sure that you lead healthy lives. And you will hear about the future. And one of the most important things that we can do as a country is invest in the health and the education of our children. And that is why we're here today. Thank you. So let me move on, and we're gonna do a couple of things here. We have some individual certificates. Penny's going to help me with these, and then we're going to have the school certificate, and then we have the big banner. That's the thing the kids like best. So we're going to save that for last. We actually might grab a few of you kids to help. So first off, we have an individual certificate for your principal, Jane Quigley. We don't have a.
That's okay. We'll do this if you want. We'll have you make the announcements if you want. You can give them to them.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through these. We have our food service director, Jeanette Kimball. Ron of Ibadete. Standing ovation. That was cool. Mitchell Walper. Lisa Kasky. Okay. She wasn't able to make it today, so someone can maybe put someone today. Oh wow, nutrition educator for UNH, Willa Muniz. She is. From preschool, the teacher Colleen Derdarian. From food service, Eva Axley. Also from food service, Cheryl Donnelly. Another food service person, Susan Duval. Another food service person, Kate Gentile. Food service person, Randy Genie. And you know, this is about nutrition, but physical education is also really important, and that's why John Coughlin is being teacher. We have two more things to do, so now we'd like Jane and Jeanette to come up because we have a plaque for the school that will say here at the school. Elementary School and the Principal Jane Student Council to come up and help us. And after we get it out, if we can get everybody back to one group shot with the band. Want it now or do you want it here? All right, so if we could have everybody that got awards back here, and plus also the superintendent. And if, yeah. Yeah, a couple more. We have some, aren't there some aldermen here too and school committee?
Wow, did you see that banner? Nice round of applause for yourselves again, boys and girls. Woo! Boys and girls and staff, we have some former staff here with us today. Ms. Peralt, Ms. Shea, boys and girls, you have had a wonderful support, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles. This community has grown over the years thanks to all of our community, and we do thank all of you so very much. Remember that we introduced a very special guest earlier, Superintendent Conrad, who would like to come up and celebrate and share a few words because he is so very proud of all of you. A nice round of applause, please, for Superintendent Mark Conrad.
Thank you. Let me tell you first how proud I am of your behavior. It is not easy to sit for a long time, and you have been a very well-behaved audience. It does make me proud to be your superintendent. So I'm not going to talk long because you have been sitting for a long time. What I'd like to do is a survey. So let me ask you to raise your hands. How many of you like fresh fruits and vegetables? All right, well, that's great. So we're going to do a survey of your favorite fruit. So be thinking for a minute about your favorite fruit, and you can put your hands down. And as I call a fruit, raise your hand if it's your favorite one. So you can only raise your hand once. And Mrs. Kimball, if you could be keeping track of this to plan your menus. Okay? So, how many of you have as a favorite fruit a banana? Oh, okay, fair number of hands. How many of you have as your favorite fruit an orange? Oh, a lot of oranges. Okay. How many of you like apples? All right, that's the most so far. So far, apples are the favorite. How many of you like grapes? Wow. All right, so grapes is number one right now. How many of you like kiwi? Well, you know, when I was your age, okay, so I think apples and grapes seems to have won the survey. When I was your age, I didn't even know what a kiwi was. And nobody really talked to me about good nutrition. And so I didn't always eat very well growing up. I didn't eat the fresh fruits and vegetables I should have. And as I got older, though, people like Mrs. Ibadete started talking to me about the importance of eating fresh fruits and vegetables and being physically fit. People like Mrs. Kimball, and they've gone out into the community and talked to the Board of Education. And so I'm grateful to people like Mrs. Ibadete. He's really a hero in this, don't you think? And now, and you have your parents to support you with this. So now, I can eat better and live a healthier life because of people like the adults in this room who are here to support you. And there are many important people here today because your accomplishment is truly important. So thank you. Keep eating healthy, keep being active, and it's been great to be here with you today. Thank you.
Can you give yourselves a nice round of applause? You've been an incredible audience. So what fruit do we have, or what vegetable do we have for our snack tomorrow? Does anybody know?
Mystery.
It's mystery? Oh, you said that? Well, I want to tell everyone, what is the one thing that we look at when we come by in the cafe during lunches? What are we looking at when we look at your trays? We're looking for the carrots, vegetables, so the rainbow, right? That's right. So when you go home each and every day, I want you to remember when you walk by our banner, which is going to be displayed in the front hallway so everybody will see, and our plaque is going to be there as well. And as our 5th graders go on to the middle school, now you're our ambassadors. You have to bring that and continue on. They're working hard at the middle school. We need to keep it going. Can you do that? And then Ms. Susi expects it to continue on at the high school, so you got to keep going. Can you do that? Absolutely. Well, at this point in time, Mrs. Quigley is going to say thank you very much to all of our wonderful guests. Again, we cannot thank you enough for all of your support. Our staff, you're incredible. I cannot say enough. If you look at the bulletin boards we have in the hall, you listen to the conversations, you see the snacks that the children bring in, our birthday celebrations, our healthy celebrations. It's just incredible. Thank you all so very much. Mrs. Ibadete is going to come up and wrap up the assembly for us, and then she will close out. I've had my final remarks, so I'd like Mrs. Ibadete to come on up. I just like to share.
Good afternoon, everybody. I love that. What a nice greeting. So I have a secret to tell you. Dr. Crisp Elementary School was not always a healthy school. I know. It's hard to believe because that's all you have ever known here at our school. But when we go back 8 years ago, and we were hearing lots of information in the news about childhood obesity and people growing up in a not very healthy way, we knew that our school was a little bit of a part of the problem. And so 8 years ago, we formed a wellness team, and we declared that our school would be a healthy school from now on. We have not done it by ourselves, as many of our guests have mentioned. We have a lot of community partners that help us out. And a couple of those key partners are UNH Cooperative Extension, and we saw that Awilda Muniz got an award today because she's our nutrition educator. And we also have Robin Peters from UNH, and we have Martha Judson that was from UNH, all people that have helped us out so much over the years. And then UNH Cooperative Extension teamed up with a program called Heal New Hampshire. And when Heal New Hampshire formed their steering committee, they looked to Dr. Crisp Elementary to find out what were we doing to help kids to have healthy lifestyles. And we have the chairperson of Heal New Hampshire, Terry Johnson, is here. And we also have members of our district wellness team. So that's the people that are looking at all of the schools in Nashua to make all the schools healthy. So I just want to tell you a few quick things about what's happened over the last 8 years, and then we're going to go on to a really fun finish to our assembly. 8 years ago, if you went in the cafeteria, our salad bar was in the corner, covered up, not being used. Can you imagine that? We were able to change that so quickly. And now, not only do we have a salad bar set up every day, we have 2 salad bars set up every day. And when I walked by today, I saw carrots, cucumbers, bananas, pears, and more. I'm not even remember everything. Raisins, I don't know what else was on there. Always healthy choices. 8 years ago, I had teachers coming to see me, and some of them are here, sitting on the side, saying, what can we do about snack time? Kids are bringing in cookies and brownies, and when snack time's over, they're not ready to learn. So now we are in our 4th year of giving out free fresh fruits and vegetables for snack every day. And I see so many of you boys and girls eating those foods, being healthier, and being ready to learn when snack time is done. And last but not least, 8 years ago when we talked about celebrating, we didn't make good choices. There was soda and there was cake. In fact, one of my favorite examples is that on the 100th day of school, we would bake all these cakes and line them all up and make this big centipede. And it was more junk food than anybody should ever eat. And at the end of the day, we were trying to give it away and saying, please, somebody eat more cake. And then kids were having stomach aches and not feeling good. Now, on the 100th day of school, we gather together, Mr. Coughlin and myself, and when we hit the 100th minute of the 100th day, we do 100 exercises. Who has fun with that? Yes. Everybody's energized, the students, the staff, and we're ready to go out and learn. And I think that all of these wonderful changes we've made are really something to cheer about. So at this point, we're going to ask our student council members and their advisors to come forward so that we can do our cheer. And we also have a very special surprise guest. Our school mascot, Dante, is here. Welcome, Dante. When our cheer is done, I'm going to ask the invited guests to follow me for a reception in the media center, and then the students will be dismissed afterwards. But let's finish this assembly with a great fun cheer for Dr. Crisp Elementary.
Can everybody stand up?
Nice and loud.
Can everybody stand up?
Please.
Please.
All right,